Hi, my name is Marnie, and from here on out, I am going to be your own personal wing girl. I'm going to tell you everything that you need to know about how to get her, keep her, and leave her wanting more. So, let me take a minute and run something past you. Right now, you don't know a whole lot about me, and that's okay, but I might have something for you that could be really interesting. If not, that's also okay. I just know that a lot of people who download my ebook end up writing in asking about attracting the right kind of woman. And then, after catching the right kind of woman, what's the best way to get to that next level? So I really wanted to take a minute and talk about just that. Attraction, connecting, first impressions, dating, relationships, and sex. First though, let me introduce myself. My name is Marnie, and I've successfully coached thousands of men around the world on how to attract, approach, date, seduce, and keep the women they want. I was also awarded the title of World's Greatest Wing Girl and #1 Female Coach. And some of the biggest dating gurus in the world, like David D'Angelo, Dr. Paul, David Wygant, Adam Gilad, Carlos Zuma, and dozens more, turn to me for a woman's perspective. But here's the thing. You can and you will get everything you want from women. Everything. And I can help you get there. In fact, check this out. It's the #1 myth about attracting women. Ever heard that more money equals better women? Flat out wrong. And kind of disgusting, actually. I think that it's the media's way of selling you more stuff, to be honest. Strictly going by looks and money attract insecure and shallow women, not beautiful, quality women. In fact, in a lot of situations, you're actually better off without money, cars, and clothes. Women who typically go for that stuff are shallow gold diggers. And I don't think you want to be with shallow gold diggers. If you do, you're more than free to go to another site. For these women, there isn't much that they care about except for getting free gifts. And let me tell you, once those gifts are gone, so are they. So how will you finally get over the hurdles and face every day when it comes to meeting, attracting, dating, and sleeping with more women, and much higher quality women? Let me let you in on a little secret. Women are approached all day long. Seriously, all day long. We are bombarded by approaches and offers from men. Hell, I usually can't take 5 steps out of my front door before some dude starts talking to me. So when I and every other woman blows a guy off, it's not because we're bitches. It's because there aren't enough hours in a day to talk to each and every guy out there. And quite frankly, most guys seem so bland and boring to us. It's almost impossible to tell the difference between the 4th guy to approach us today and the 24th. So how can you separate yourself from every other guy and not only get our attention, but also get us to chase you for a date or possibly some sex, whatever it is? How do you get us to want you? Well, actually, it's pretty simple. If you don't want to seem like every other boring guy out there, then you need to show us that you're unique. Okay, here's a question for you. Have you ever seen an unattractive bald or fat man with a ridiculously hot woman and wondered why the hell was she with him? The insecure you probably said, ugh, he must have cash. When in fact, the guy probably didn't have cash at all. He had something else. He actually has that magnetic quality that only 2% of the men on the planet have. The reason she and loads of other women approached him and actually offered to give him her number was because from the very second that she spotted him, she saw that he was different from everybody else. All those other random guys that approached her all day long. He had unique qualities to offer her, which none of the other guys had. And she didn't want to lose him. That's it. That's the big secret. Women want to be with guys who are different from everyone else and who make them feel rather than think. Women want to be with a guy they can connect to and that can take them where other guys simply can't. Want to know how I know that? Well, #1, I'm a woman. Hopefully that was quite obvious. And I know that's what I want. And #2, that's what all the girls in my little private slumber party agreed that they wanted too. Plus the thousands of other women I've interviewed over the past decade. Guys who make us feel something different because they're different. We don't want bad boys or jerks or guys with anger management problems. Not drunks or liars or cheats. We want really good guys that are just a touch different. Different enough that it makes us curious about being with him. Curious enough about talking to him. And curious enough about getting into bed with him. Looks and money, that stuff, honestly, it does not matter. Here's the deal. You are about to know more about women than 90% of men on the planet. How? I'm inviting you to listen in on my private little slumber party. I invited 42 sexy, intelligent women to my slumber party to answer questions that men have never heard the honest answer to. Things like, what are the biggest turn-off mistakes that most guys never realize they're making? Whether or not a woman can tell if a man is attracted to her, even if he doesn't say it. What can a man do to make a woman instantly feel attraction for him? What signs do women give when they want to be kissed? Have sex, go out on a date, everything. What signs do they give? Does a strong character and personality trump looks? And if so, why? What is the number one way to make a woman come back for more? How do women decide if they can trust a man and let down their guard? How do you touch a woman the right way upon first meeting her without creeping her out or freaking her out, so that you can easily lead to hand-holding, closing with a kiss, or even bringing her home later? What signs women give that say go for it and ask for her number, and when you need to help her feel more comfort before you actually ask? Is it okay to take a woman on a coffee date versus a dinner date? Will a woman be turned off if a man does not spend lots of money on her? What will guarantee a second date? What are 10 things a man should never bring